Good evening and welcome to another live stream from a home in Italy. We're back. We're back. We're ready to go. We're energized and we're feeling very spring-like here in beautiful, beautiful, stunning Abruzzo. Sorry for the last couple of weeks, everybody, that I had to bail out on you. We've had a mad couple of weeks. I can't complain at all. But unfortunately, our notary had to cancel a few appointments with us earlier in the year. So we had quite a few that then got stacked up because usually I do all my signings on a Friday, but we had to do them on Wednesday, and yeah, it's been one of those last couple of weeks. It's been quite busy, but there you go. We're all really happy, so that's all that matters. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll make sure that we keep these going now for as long as we can. The next break will be hopefully the next break will only be at Easter time, and next week we have a couple that bought a property in Prezza that are coming, and we're going to do meet the home buyers. So that should be an absolute fantastic one. So look out for that as well next week at 7 p.m. Right. Let's see what we've got on the show tonight. What have we got? Well, we're talking about Abruzzo, which is obviously my favorite subject. Yes. Thank you very much. We're going to be doing it. I got so many emails that when we did our live stream, when I used Google Maps a lot and show people around and all the rest of it, I got so many emails of people saying, please, can you do another one of those again? So we're going to be mixing that in with. I'm going to be asking you the questions as well. I'd like you to put some things in the chat, but not yet. Wait while we get started, because what I want to know from you, I'm still amazed that people have this preconceived idea of what things are like here in Italy. So whether it's how they feel, if they're going to be really remote, if the towns have got nothing in them, I don't know, how does it work if you need a DIY shop, what if you need a hospital, all of these sorts of things that I just want to ask you straight, for those of you who've never been to Italy or never been to Abruzzo, what do you really think it's going to be like? What are your expectations? What's in your head? What makes you worried? What makes you sort of think, do you think we'll be able to do this, or do you think they'll have this there? Or do you think I'd be really interested to see some of your comments? So don't write it yet. Wait while we get into the subject, and then Tony will put a few of those comments. So we'll see if we can answer and get rid of some of those things that you might have in your mind. So it's not a Q&A, but I would love to hear from you what you actually, because some of the stories I hear, I do find it, and don't worry, we're all friends here, so we're not going to laugh at you too much unless I get some really ridiculous comments, which I'm bound to do. There's going to be some of the regulars, somebody like Troy. I don't know if I can't see if he's been saying anything yet, but we're going to have some of the nutty regulars that join us that are going to be asking ridiculous questions. But then when we get serious, let me know what you actually think. What worries you the most? What do you think there's not going to be here? What do you think? Is it the road system? Is it tell me what's on your mind. Share it with me. Share it with the people, and we'll get it all and we'll get it out there. Somebody said, "Oh, it's Randy. Randy, ciao! All excited that I could actually see you live today, and I'm excited to see you as well, even though it's through a screen. But I can see you. I can't really. People are now going to be looking at their webcams and covering them up. So we're going to do that this evening. We've also got stunning photo of the week." He's here. Look, Troy. He heard me mentioning his name. He's here. We've also got, who's putting all these Tony Rocks on? Even David Palladino's starting. Oh, unbelievable. He's got a new fan. We'll be bringing Tony the Kazakh on very soon. What else have we got? We've got Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Yep. They're back. And speaking of which, let's bring him on. Let's bring Tony the Kazakh on for his little introduction. Evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good to be
back and alive and in the land of the living.
What was that? Sorry, I missed it. What?
Good to see you back.
Oh, that's very kind of you to say so. I'd like to say the same back to you, but being up to anything exciting this week?
No, not really. Oh, well, Monday Convenienza. That's about it.
Yeah, great. God, is that the best we can get this evening? Unbelievable. Anyway, he'll be back shortly, and we'll be doing the Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials. Which, for those of you who have never joined us before, it's a fantastic part of the show where Tony gets to Tony the Kazakh gets to show off his Italian skills and says a line from a film. And then later in the show, we're going to have our very own Domenico from Vittorito, our very own Ringo Starr. He's going to come on and say the same line in English, and at that point, then you can guess the film. So that's coming up really shortly, or Tony's part's coming up shortly. What else have I got? Notices. See, I write these things down. I wish you could see this notepad. I mean, it's sort of written down. Can anybody else understand? I can't understand any of that. Shocking handwriting, really is. There's no wonder I didn't do very well at school. Anyway, moving on from that. The tours. The tours are back. They're coming up soon, starting from, when's the first one? I can't remember. See, if Tony was helping me out now, this is where Tony would then put the thing for the tours. See how long it takes the spring tours to pop up. Let's see. There it is. So the early part of the year, the 26th, 27th of March, 23rd and 24th of April, 28th and 29th of May are all available to book now. I'm going to give you the autumn dates coming up shortly. These tours are fantastic. We have amazing groups of people that come on these tours, and it's a great way to see properties and also a great way to see the area as well. We travel around in coaches with us, and we just have a lot of fun, eat together. If you are interested, then go onto the website, www.ahomeinitaly.com. Click on the tours section and book yours, because they are really, really good. If I do say so myself. And what I will say is, I'm just showing you a few. Here's a picture of Sulmona, if I remember. Look at this. We finish off in Sulmona on day one, and it's always absolutely amazing to do it. And then we've also got, in the autumn time, the autumn tour dates. Tony, the producer, autumn tour dates. Is he going to... amazing, isn't it? You'd think it'd be a little bit more sort of free-flowing. It's not yet, but that's just Tony, isn't it? Anyway, the autumn tour date, September the 24th, 25th, October 22nd, 23rd. And that's it. We're only doing two. Why are we only doing two in there? Have we... Tony, the producer, why are we only doing two? Was that a decision made behind my back?
Yes. No.
No.
You decided we're only going to do two. You said there may be another one added to October.
Can't remember saying that.
Yeah, well, that's what you said.
There you go. Some decisions have just been taken out of my hand. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, they're the tour dates as well for autumn time. So yeah, booking spring and autumn. We don't do it in the summertime because it's just absolutely crazy. Okay, so moving on. See if he moves the thing. See it. It's getting better, isn't it? Getting better. So that's the tour dates. The other thing I want to talk about is Patreon and the forum. I know some of you may be sick of hearing that. I don't care. I'm going to just tell you anyway. As all of you know, Patreon has been has been something on our website for quite a while. Patreon members what was this? Pacentro Pete said, I don't think Domenico gets the respect he deserves. So Domenico rocks. Everybody rocks at the moment, doesn't it? Just I don't. But thanks for that anyway. Thank you, Pete. It's nice to hear from you, sir. I wonder where he is in the world. Pete, let us know. Where are you in? Are you in Italy, or are you in Japan, or where? Tell us where you are. And yeah, that's about right. Tony's Italian skills question. True. Tony, people just talking to you. They're not interested in what I'm doing. Shall we just switch?
It's just me, mate.
Tony, you finally got the tree down, I see. That's true. How come that happened? How come the Christmas tree came down?
Because I won. I won the war of attrition.
There's no way. There's no. Where's Mila? Is she out? There's no way you won that.
It's probably just. She can't hear me.
It's probably just hid. It's just hid to the side of him at the Christmas tree. Brilliant. And for those of you who didn't know, that Mila is Tony's wife. She's she's from Kazakhstan, hence Tony the Kazakh. We're not taking the mess out of Kazakh people, not at all. But yeah, there's no way Tony would win an argument with Mila the Kazakh. Absolutely no way whatsoever. Anyway, where was I? Completely forgot what I was oh yeah, Patreon and the forum. So Patreon has been there for quite a while now, and as most people know, you can get early access to all our property videos. There's usually some agent special videos that get on there. There's going to be more content coming on Patreon shortly. It's just we've had a mad start to the year, but there will be more content coming on there. But already it is packed. There's also a chat room on there, but you also get access to our amazing forum. And I'm saying it's amazing because there's 90 odd members on there. And even though there's 180 something Patreon members, that means a lot of you. So if you sat watching this and you're a Patreon member, you've still not signed into the forum. Sign in. It's there for you. It's part of your package. It's part of what you pay. There's 2 packages now, one for €10 a month and one for €15 a month, I think it is. Original members from last year pay slightly less. But yeah, if you're watching this and you are a Patreon member and you haven't yet signed in, contact us. You need to sign in. There's lots of links on Patreon if you look at some of the old conversations, or contact us at info@homeanditaly.com and say, and just ask us how to do it. And we'll send you the details and get logged in, because the forum is going to be, and it is already starting. I'm going to show you the layout a little bit. All the cool kids are going out on the April tour. What was that? Oh, we've got some April tour. We've got a bit of a competition going. All the cool kids are going on the April tour. There you go. Gary has laid it out. He's thrown out the gauntlet. He's saying the cool kids are on the April tour. So we need to hear from people on the March and people on the May. We need to hear from you guys. Don't let Gary have it all his own way. And I think it's the Gary who I think is buying a fantastic place in Castelvecchio, if that's the right Gary. If it is, I look forward to meeting you. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, here we go. The forum. Here's the forum. This is the kind of thing. This is where things get hard now, because I can't see the screen in front of me. It's too small. Let me see if I can bring it on. But this is the basic look of the forum. Let me get on there. Is it moving, Tony? Let me see Tony. Yeah, he's giving me the thumbs up. Okay, so basically, what you get on the forum, we have different topics. So you got a welcome and introduce yourself, general chat, restaurant accommodation recommendation, places to visit, let's get together, what's going on, business contacts and recommendations, buy and sell, traveling and getting around, taxes and legal information. So what you do then is you click on one of these. So let's one of them that's been quite busy is business contacts and recommendations, because this is great for people that have already bought here, that are already living here, but also for people that are looking to buy. And then in this section, we've got people asking about accountants, geometers, windows and doors, roof work, type, we've got all of this kind of stuff. It's just going to be so handy for you. Even if you're not at the stage where you bought somewhere yet, you can even go to, let's have another look at, where am I? Home. I don't even know how to use this thing myself. Here we go. So for instance, the restaurant and accommodation recommendations. Click in that. And we've got Palomaro accommodation, Rapino restaurants, Pacentro restaurants, Sulmona accommodation, Rayano accommodation. People are adding to this all the time as they're going around the area, this is exactly what we wanted to do. We want more people get on here to really make this forum something special. So if you want to join us on Patreon, because it is part of the Patreon package, there's 2 packages on there. Both of them have access to the forum. There's one at €10. There's forum access and some other little bits on a WhatsApp group that we have. But also on the €15 one, you get all the extra content. You get the early access to all the videos, and also you get access to the forum. So I know I keep going on about this, but it is, in my opinion, it's a really good way of getting to know the area before you come out, getting to know people before you come out. And also slowly, I'm getting people on, and there's going to be somebody that's going to be joining us on the show soon as well. So a big shout to Paul, if he's watching, or Paolo, who's the he's going to be called Paul the Insurance Man. That's going to be his name. A lot of our clients already use Paul, but fantastic contact that I've said to him. I've asked if he will come on the show and talk about the kind of insurances he does, because he's going to be doing some insurance also for people that need that for their residency visas and all that kind of thing. So he does health insurance, he does motor insurance, car insurance, all that kind of thing. And his English is perfect. I'll wait while he's on. Because there's always a bit of thing between Brits and I'm sure he's Australian, or he's part Australian, Italian. If he's watching, we all know there's a big thing between us Brits and the Aussies. So yeah, so there should be a good bit of banter as well. But the great thing is he's going to offer our forum members, like we're going to have many other businesses doing that, some discounts off that he would not normally give. Not that he doesn't give discounts, but he's going to give extra, and he's going to offer our clients 10% discount, which is huge, really. So another good reason to join the forum, because it may cost you €10 or €15 per month, but through the year you're going to get that back and much more. That enough of a plug? Tone, have I done the plug?
Yeah, he was. No. Yeah.
What's up with him tonight? Anyway, okay, that's 15 minutes, and I'm trying to keep it. Oh yeah, let me. There's one more thing. Oh yeah, no, there's two more things. Got some rental properties coming up really soon, and I'm just waiting for the weather. It's been very strange weather here in Abruzzo, and although it's been spring-like some days, it's then just rained or whatever, typical sort of spring sort of weather. So I'm waiting to do some videos, but I've got about 4 or 5 rental properties that I'm going to be doing some videoing for. Some short term, some long term, as in 12 months, for people to get their visas and things like that. So that somebody's written, all the adults are going on the March tour. So there you go. The gauntlet has been thrown down by the March tour as well. There's nobody said they're on the May tour yet, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But adult, that's a bit. No, we have to be. Yeah, I suppose we do have to be grown up, don't we? Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, rental properties. So I'm going to be doing a few videos of those. They're going to be coming out on a Wednesday. That's going to be starting from March. So look out for that. For those of you looking for a month, 2 months, those of you who are looking for 12 months, is going to be a bit of something for everyone. I gave a trial run on that a couple of months ago, with a rental property, which went straight away. And yeah, that's we want to get into that a little bit as well. And you will deal direct with the owners. There's no, I'm not registered to do work with things like that. I can help you with the contracts, and that's where we're going to get involved, for you to register it for your residency visas and that kind of thing. But you will deal direct with the owners. They'll give you the prices and all the rest of it. So that's going to be great. And another thing, the last thing before it's Tony's part of Domenico and Tony's tongue twisting trials, it's a new idea for the Q&A sessions. And everybody knows, I think the Q&A sessions on these live streams are really important. But the last few Q&As have been pretty much me sitting just talking to you and nothing much else, because nobody else seems to want to ask any questions. And I know that people like to ask questions because I get so many questions sent to me on email. So what's it? We receive word our passports have been sent back to us. Now we have 2 agonizing days. This is going to be a big one for a couple in Faro San Martino. Fingers crossed you both. They're waiting for their visa. Really hope that you guys get it. I really do. Let me know as soon as you hear. There's a couple of clients waiting for their decisions to come back. As soon as you hear, let me know, and we'll get back on here. I've completely lost. See, this is Tony putting things up out of context and throwing me off. Anyway, Q&A sessions. What I want to do is I want to bring some of you guys onto these Q&A sessions. So this is my thought. And if you're interested in it, we'll do it. If you're not, well, that's it then, isn't it? But what I'm thinking is to make the Q&A a little bit more interesting is to bring you guys onto the show. Obviously not all of you, but if you email me at, let's see if it puts the email ticker on the bottom. Let's see how long that takes to come. Let's see. Who said that? Don't worry, I've got questions. Oh, that's Tom. Oh, I thought it was somebody else. Hi, Tom. So, it's done it now. Look, if you email us this address, info@ahomeinitaly.com, and say, yes, Dave, I would like to join you on one of these live shows. If we get at least 6 people, that I know not everybody wants to come on the camera, but you know, there's a large amount of you that come from America, and I don't think there's many of you that are shy. Is there? Are there any shy people over there, Tom? I don't think so. Anyway. If you'd like to come on this live stream, wherever you are in the world, doesn't matter who you are, what you are, it can't be people that's already bought, because we're going to have all the loonies, the usual loonies coming on, Troy being the head of them. So people that's already bought, I know you love coming on here, but don't try to be in disguise or anything like that. We want to hear people. What's your idea? Tell everybody what you're thinking about doing and all the rest of it. And yeah, I think it'd be good to, then you can come and ask some questions, you can stay on, and we can have a little bit of a laugh as well. So if you're interested in that idea, send us an email to info@ahomeinitaly.com. If I get 6 people that want to do it, it's dead simple. You can do it off your telephone. We send you the link. Everything's really simple to do it. If you can do that, then if you send me the emails, I get enough people, then I'll organise one, because I think that would be a great addition to this. Is the April tour going to Castelvecchio Sub-Equo? Gary, we don't think so at the moment, because I'll explain it when it gets closer to the time. We have to go where the houses, where we've got the vast majority of houses, and Castelvecchio is just a little bit out of our run to get back for our meal that we have near to Pacentro. But you never know. We'll see. It is an area that we definitely want to start doing. So it's going to be something for the future. But I'm not sure about the early tours this year. Okay, it's that quick time again, I believe. Yes. It's time to bring Tony the Kazakh on. Tony, I'm running late. Have you seen?
Well, that's not very unusual, David, is it?
I know. You keep putting these questions on, you see. We're doing September tour. Any clues which towns...
Before you moved on to the next bit, it was
Any
there.
clues which towns we will be seeing? There's a good chance we're going to be seeing Popoli, Vittorito, Raiano, possibly Prezza, possibly Corfino, possibly Introdacqua, Sulmona, Palombaro, Piedimonti, Fara San Martino, Lama de Peligno, all these wonderful places. Right, Tone, it's your turn. Are you ready? Oh, I haven't sent it yet. So anybody that's just jumped in, this is Tony.
I know I'm good at most things, Dave, but I'm not a psychic.
Domenico and Tony's tongue-twisting trials is starting now. So Tony's going to read this in Italian when I can find it. And I've sent it to him now. And then later in the show, Domenico is going to read the same line in English, and then you can guess the film. And I'm going to give people clues, because what we're going to start and do is 1 week we're going to have sort of maybe horror. 1 week we're going to have, chick flicks. Is that what you call it? 1 week we're going to have whatever. So now we're on the action. This is action week, okay? So this is action Tone, who's going to be reading in Italian in the style of, you're sort of it's done in a way that's sort of calm, but with a sting in the end. You ready?
In the end?
Well, just, somebody that's sort of calm, but, there's something. Just read it.
I will try.
Oh, go on then. Bloody everybody's score then. I nearly said that English word.
All things come to those that wait, David.
We're waiting a bit long though, aren't we? Let's be honest. Our viewers have gone down. There's 3 watching, and one of them's Troy.
Oh, okay, shut up.
Go.
Ho fatto delle cose brutte nella mia vita, Nicolai. Cose di cui non vado fiero. Ho promesso a una persona che amavo molte che non sarei mai più tornato a essere quella persona, ma per te farò un'eccezione.
No, not bad. I'll give you. It was a bit of a boring read, to be honest.
It was a bit of a boring read.
I'll give you a 6. We'll see you later. If anybody gets, David Palladino is the one. He's the star of getting it from Tony's, just from Tony. David, if you've got it, I don't know if I've got my business phone, but if you've got it already, then text me. You've got my WhatsApp number, and we need to get you on the show as well. But anyway, there you go. Hello from Santa Ana, California. I love that. I love the name of that place, Santa Ana. There you go. I don't know why I've said that. Anyway, when is the big pool party? Are you getting the zip lines set up? Yes, there's going to be an update on the pool. The pool is on hold, but not for any reason other than we're waiting for the ground to settle, and work will start again in about March time. I'm going to put the video out really soon. Okay, I better get started. Getting my hair and makeup team in order to prep for the Q&A. Brilliant, Debbie. Yes. You don't. I'm sure you don't need it. I'm sure you don't need it at all. Okay, we aren't shy. No, exactly. You need to just come on and send us those emails. Make sure you send us the emails, and let's get you on. Okay, let's go. Tone, you can change that ticker now. Everybody's seen the email. You can move that whenever you're ready. Let's start. So, if anybody's got any preconceptions about what you think Italy is, not Italy. Oh no, I'm not done. Tone, I haven't done stunning photo of the week. Why didn't you tell me? We'll do that quick, because I need these people they go to all the effort of sending the photographs, and you just completely ignore them. Right, are we ready? Let's just quickly do photo of the week. This is going to be, so we've got one from Mike. No, we've got one from Michelle first. Michelle showing some beautiful, look at that. Absolutely stunning. That is a stunning photo of the week. And I think this must be taken somewhere at the Popoli side of the mountains, because that's where Michelle's got her place. And as you notice, Tony is now covering my my face up, which some people may say is better. There you go. Great photo, Michelle. Thank you so much. This is Abruzzo in wintertime. Blue skies, snowy mountains, and just amazing scenery. So thank you so much for that. And then Mike sent us another one of my favorite types of photos. We're back to this again. It's Benton's blueberry pancake cookie thins. So there you go. If anybody finds anything with my surname on it, whether it's a street name or anything else, please send it in to Stunning Photo of the Week. Mike, I really appreciate that. And a massive shout out to the couple who they know they are, because I text them to say thank you so much, who dropped me in some Benton's chocolate chip cookies. They were absolutely amazing, even though I shouldn't be eating things like that. But there you go. That's Stunning Photo of the Week for you. Okay, let's get to where we were.
Hey, they're no good for you because it says cookie thins.
Yeah, I thought that's not, it's not really selling it to me.
Bye.
It's terrible that he can bring himself on and off. Anyway, and he keeps moving that camera as well. Okay, so that's it. Let's get rid of that. I've got nothing. I don't think I've got anything else. Can I get rid of these things that were supposed to be screen sharing, because that drives me insane? Okay, there is one thing I need to tell Tony. Write it in the comments. Tell me what you think. What is it that you really think it's like here? What worries you? What do you think? Is it going to be like this? Is it going to be like that? Is there this? Is there that? Let me know. Write it in the comments. If you've got nothing to say, then you just got to listen to me going on and on and on, which I know you love anyway. So let's talk a little bit about, again, the smaller towns. Abruzzo, I've mentioned this lots of time. Abruzzo isn't a place that there's one sort of huge city and everybody comes to go and see that. Like, for instance, if you go to Lazio, some people will say, well, where's Lazio? Some people don't realize that Rome is part of Lazio. You've got Lazio, you've got Abruzzo, you've got Molise, you've got all of these types of things. Sorry, I'm just reading to see if that was a question. No, he's putting other things up as well now just to throw me out. But obviously you go to Lazio and you think of Rome, obviously. But Abruzzo is one of the few regions where they sort of say where people, because people don't know the bigger towns and things like that. So the attraction of Abruzzo is the towns and the villages. I've always said that. Let me answer this, because this one is a relevant one. Sorry to the last person, even though it was relevant. But when I say I want to buy a house in Abruzzo, people say earthquakes. You've lived there for 20 years. What's your experience? Did you ever have damage? No, is the short answer. The thing is, Tom, let's be honest. The reality is Italy is seismic. Why when you mention Abruzzo, everybody says earthquake? I've no idea. Well, I do, because it has earthquakes, like everywhere else in Italy. The only place that doesn't is Sardinia. That's the only place in Italy that is not seismic. Or the only region of Italy that's not seismic. And, we have mountains for reasons. And these mountains are obviously, I'm not a geologist or anything like that. As far as I'm aware of the little bit of schooling that I did, that they're created from mountains. Now, as you say, we've been coming here for way over 20 years. And no, I'm seeing churches and towns hung onto the edge of the mountain. And, if they're going to be up for 1,000 years, then I'm quite happy where I am. Have we had a rumble? Yes, we had. 2009 was not a great one for the town, the center of Aquila. The thing with Italian earthquakes is that they don't spread out. They don't spread out too much. They tend to be quite localized. So first of all, they're really rare events, and second of all, if it does happen, it's rare that you're going to be there in that epicenter. Shortly after Aquila, we had Norcia, which is in Umbria. And then shortly after Norcia, we had Amatrice, which is in Lazio. Now, Abruzzo came up, even when it just shows that people don't know the geography. It just sort of, I don't know why. I really honestly don't know why people say it. So when people say that to you, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm not saying there's never been any, but no different to other parts of Italy. So, if you go to Sicily, which is Sicily and Calabria are probably the most. Nobody ever talks about earthquakes in Calabria, which is strange. Because I hate putting them in classifications, because we shouldn't say like this is the most and that's, they can only do it on history. But I think those areas, I could be wrong, somebody may prove me wrong on here, but I'm sure Sicily and Calabria are up there as the highest. You know, and throw volcanoes into it as well, and volcanoes in the sea, volcanoes on land, volcanoes everywhere. You know, are we going to get into this kind of discussion where we start saying to people, well, what about your area? You've had this. Well, what about your area? You've had this. It's not like that. People that talk like that, in my opinion, don't know much about the places. Does the earth wobble sometimes? Of course it does. And I'm sure it does in many states in America, far more than it does here. And many places in Asia and all the rest of it. That it's life. But as you say, I've been coming here now for 20 odd years, and I've felt 3. And thank God, no damage. I'm not saying nobody else didn't have any damage, but it's not something that should be on your mind. Not something that you should. And it's same when people say, well, you know, I live in red zone or I live in yellow, and you get a red zone next to a yellow zone, and that, you know, you think it doesn't. For me, it's not something you should be, and I'm not playing it down because these things happen, but it's not something that you should be that should be on your mind. Nova Scotia has hurricanes and nor'easters, whatever that is. Most regions have something that can be catastrophic. It's true. The amount of things that we see, even looking back at the UK with the floods they're having at the moment, people's lives being damaged, people dying because of these things, and natural disaster. And you think to yourself, people. You know, you mention Abruzzo to somebody, and somebody says earthquakes, I'd just say, go away. If somebody said Abruzzo to me, I would say, amazing scenery, amazing place, amazing people, amazing food, amazing wine, so on and so on and so on. There you go. So we keep having earthquakes under my house in SC, so I'm not sure. South Carolina, is that? I'm not afraid. Yeah, and it's, again, nobody's brushing these things off and saying it's nothing, but it's certainly, it's just somebody that says, oh, no, don't buy there, it's all earthquake. They haven't got a clue what they're talking about. I'll say it like that. I'll say it as straight as that. Okay, so let's get through the Mark Capistrano. Mark, I'm from San Francisco. My experience is that people who are scared of earthquakes never live through them. Good point. There you go. Okay, so what I want to do, because the vast majority of people always worry about services and always worry about, you know, what's available, what's not available, what's available around me, and worry about what you can get, how you can get it, whether there's builders' yards, whether there's not, other tile shops, other kitchen shops, and we've done this sort of discussion before, and we're going to go on to the maps. I'm going to answer this one, and then we'll go on to maps for a while, Tony. I think my main concerns are closeness to good quality hospitals, but it seems like Salmona and Chieti are both near good hospitals. Okay, first of all, the hospital in the south, talking sort of, and I don't want to pull those areas down because I'm sure that the hospitals are good there, but it's always known further south you go, the hospitals are not as good. In my experience, the hospitals here, the experience that I've had is fantastic. The great thing in Italy is you don't have to go to your regional hospital. You can go wherever you want. So if you've heard there's an expert that works in wherever, you can go there. So the hospitals that I've had experience here with have been Chieti, not me personally, but for the kids, Chieti and Lanciano. Then we have obviously checkups, should we say, certain checkups at Ortona Hospital, which is amazing. But you have to look, there's quite a few hospitals. So yes, there is Salmona. I've not had experience there, but I'm sure others have. Chieti Hospital, Pescara Hospital, Vasto Hospital, Atessa Hospital, the Ortona Hospital. There's loads of them. Then you've got all the ones in the north as well. Then you've got the smaller hospitals that take care of daily things. So you've got a hospital in Caso, you've got a hospital in Guardiagrele, you've got hospitals in lots of towns, in Gisi further south. Again, that is something that I wouldn't worry about too much, in my opinion, because the experience and living here a long time, and the kids have gone through a lot. I'm absolutely thrilled with the hospital system, and my kids have. One our son, which luckily all passed, but we're talking heart. It wasn't sort of something that was something and nothing, a grazed arm or something like that. And our daughter's gone through a lot of treatments as well, for one thing or another. So it's we're talking treatments that have needed years to resolve rather than sort of a break or something like that. And I have nothing. Some people used to say to me, "Wouldn't you go back to the UK for that?" No disrespect to the NHS, they're amazing people, amazing hospitals, just purely underfunded, like hospitals all over the world, I'm guessing. But no way would I have gone back, because I was perfectly happy here. And the great thing is when you have, there's also one in Popoli. Yeah, somebody's mentioning the one in Popoli. Thank you, Kathy. So again, you have these smaller hospitals as well as the main hospitals, but fantastic. And even the doctors, you know, my wife, if we want an appointment with the doctor, my wife sends a message on WhatsApp to the doctor to get an appointment. So most of the smaller towns will have doctors. I think we've got 2 doctors in here in Palombaro. You know, so it's sort of, for me, the system is great. There's pharmacists everywhere, almost in pretty much every town, and you're not going to be very far from doctors. So again, if that's on your mind, I would take that off your mind. Okay, Tone, I'm going to do a little bit of Google Map work. I just want to show people as well, when they land, lots of people do land in Rome. I'm just trying to find now how I get Google Maps onto this screen. Why has it disappeared? Tony's definitely done something on that. Screen, here we go. Google Maps, share. Let me move this over to this side, and then I'm going to ask Tony the question if he can see. Can you see that, Tony? Could you give me the thumbs up? Hold on, I can't see Tony yet. There he is. Can you see that? Yeah, and you can hear me okay. Great. Right, so Google Maps. First thing, what a lot of people say to me is how you can get a lot of people are worried that during especially in winter time, and bearing in mind our winters here are amazing. If you live, you know, thousands of meters high up, then you're going to have a different winter experience to me. But winters here are fantastic, and people worry about getting over from Rome. Obviously, lots of people fly into Rome, which is here. And we have this motorway, which I know for people coming from Canada, the US, and probably Australia as well, you know, our motorways are like little side roads for you guys. But the motorway that comes from Pescara, passing through the mountainside to get to Rome, is fantastic. And people worry about, you would have to be really unlucky to get stuck somewhere on that and in a snowstorm. You know it will be coming, and people worry about it. And I just want to show you. I want to show you a couple of my favorite parts of this motorway, if I can find it, because there's one section. I think it's round about here. Let's have a quick. Oh God, I didn't realize there were going to be that many things showing up. Hold on, this is going to be harder than what I thought. It's probably round about here, maybe. I just want to show you what these motorways are like. Why is it only showing a small? That's not a motorway. What's happening, Tom? Why is it only showing a small thing? He's shaking his head at me. Let me try this again. Let me show you my favorite part. I'm going to do that first. This is my favorite part of this motorway. You come through a long tunnel at Cocullo, you come out of it, and you come round this corner, and those of you who have done it I'm sure you're going to agree with me. And why is that doing that? Somebody's got to tell me why this screen is so small. Anyway, just look at this scenery that you've got. People are just going to have to just put up with this small screen, but look at the scenery that you have here. I don't know if you can see the mountains. This is heading obviously in the wrong direction because that car's facing me, but this is heading towards Sulmona way. And this is and I know we can only see one car here, but this is what it's usually like. This is the mountain range. At this point, you have the mountains all around you. You're coming from, it's an absolute pleasure to drive on this motorway. It really is incredible on this motorway. So anybody that's worried about passing from one side to the other, don't, because this is the kind of scenery that you have. And then once you get closer to, let's say, Popoli, let's bring you that in, where the mountains really get close together. And this is then when you start heading through to the motorway side, to the seaside of the mountains. Let's just show you a quick glimpse of what it's like here. It's really annoying me that it's not doing that, not giving full screen. I hope people can see that enough. But this is, again, the kind of scenery that you get. You're passing through the mountains. Behind us is Vittorito, Popoli, Sulmona, and all things like that. And then this, you're heading then towards the coast. So it's absolutely, what does this do here? Expand. Oh my word, what have I done here? Now let's get rid of that. Minimize. Yeah, it's not gonna go to a big screen, but there you go. So just to get that into everybody's head, getting over this side is no problem whatsoever. Now there is a road that follows alongside the motorway, but I would jump on the motorway every time. It's just the scenery is still amazing, and you can just get around and about. Okay, then lots of people ask me about the bigger stores close to most towns, and I'm going to pick. I usually do Palombaro, but I'm going to pick some of the smaller popular towns here, and I'm going to say Vittorito, so the home of Domenico. Let's go into the center of Vittorito that I'm sure a lot of you will recognize from this. That is really annoying me. That what's this saying here? If I come out of no, it just takes me out. Right, okay, we're gonna have to put up with it, I'm afraid. So let's go into the center. So here's the center that most of you will recognize from our videos, the little center of Vittorito. Now Vittorito has everything that you need in the town, as in basic services, and it has a couple of bars, has a couple of restaurants, or one restaurant, has a wine making place. It has a little grocer's, if I remember right. It has about 1,000 hairdressers and all the rest of it. But when you have these places close to bigger towns, which all of these are, so you've got Raiano here. You'll recognize all of these from the videos. Raiano here and Vittorito. I'm also going to add to that this new area that we're working in, Castelvecchio Sobequo, which we're going to be doing lots in these places because this is a beautiful valley as well. But all of these towns are so close together. And again, this Castelvecchio, you can get, there's actually a train station up here. I'm going to zoom into some of these in a second. An amazing road from Raiano, which I'll show you. But all of these smaller towns are then close to, let's say, Popoli. Popoli has a train station. It also has a hospital that you can see here. And then if we zoom into Popoli, as well as, which we've seen me do this before, but as well as having beautiful historical centers, let's just jump in the main sort of square. Hope you can all see this. It's so annoying that it's not on full screen. But this is going to be a hotel as well, apparently. But here's the historical center. So we have all of these. You have all the shops that you need in this area. Hold on, let's go down this street here. Let's get down there. Where are we? The main street of Popoli is, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Anyway, the main street of Popoli is just to our left there. So as well as having the shops, the normal sort of shops and bars and gelaterias and all the rest of it, and then you've got where the buses are in Popoli, which let's just quickly go into the center again. There's another part of the center. Nice park in the center and all the rest of it. Then you come out of the historical center just by a couple of 100 meters, and then we have, let's have a look, we've got a supermarket here. And these places also service, where's the supermarket? Oh, it's there in front of us. This is a smaller one. Tigra, I think it's now, I'm not sure if it's still Tigra or if it's Coal. Or you can walk just a little bit further along and you have Conad, which is another popular supermarket, which looks like this. So again, the historical center is a 2-minute walk from these places, but you've got everything that you need here. Let me, because it's really annoying me, I'm going to stop streaming this just to see now it's gone to full screen. So that's very annoying. Let me just try and share this again. Share screen. I bet it's going to go small. I understand. Let's proceed. Here we go. Let's try this. Share. Ah, there you go. Don't know what happened then, but there you go. So it's serviced by places with bigger supermarkets. And it's the same if you come out of, let's go back again to, let's go back to Vittorito. Let's go to Raiano. So if you're in Raiano, again, you'll all recognize this place. Let's go right into the center. This is when the market's on. Let me just, that's not quite the center bit that I wanted to be on. Let's jump here. You should recognize this from videos. So this is market day. There's the main church. And then you've got a couple of bars. You've got a couple of restaurants. You've got all the nice things that I like to show off that we all love about Italian towns, or all these old buildings. And it's nice to have a sort of sit outside as well in the summertime, not just to drink, but to have coffees. I've had this discussion on my videos many times that bars here are the social place. It's all about the social side of things. So people go in there for a coffee and all the rest of it. It's all It's something that starts from 6 in the morning till midnight. That's the great thing about when I say bars, you have to think of it completely opposite to what you're probably used to. But all of these historical centres, again, there's the historical centre. We just move out this way a little bit, and look what we have here. We have, you've guessed it, another Conad. So this is a Conad city, which means it's a little bit smaller than the other ones, but it's still a supermarket with everything that you can imagine, everything you can buy at any other supermarket all over the world. That's where. So all of these towns have these smaller and medium-sized supermarkets and everything you need. You've got usually have doctors there, you usually have pharmacists and everything else. France says, I'm going to need a good used car dealer when I get there in spring. Francis, you need to get onto the forum, and because there will be things like that on there as well. But there are a couple of, I'm not sure about this area, but in my area, there's a great one in Ortona. So when you come over, send me an email and I'll let you know. But even when you jump, Mark is saying in Iran, you have a great Cuban restaurant. Really? I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that. This is the one I fancied going to in Rayano, Le Chalet, which looks quite nice as well. So a bit of a shout out to them. That looks nice, doesn't it? Anybody on here that's been there? It all looks very nice. So again, you're looking at all of these historical centres, and people would let's go further into the mountain. And this drive is amazing. This is going up to Castelvecchio, the area that I want to start doing a lot more work in. I mean, look at this scenery. You're 2 minutes out of town, and you're already starting to rise up here. And this road is amazing. It's absolutely, I get excited even on Google Earth looking at it. This is so Rayano is just behind us. Again, it looks like you're in the wilds and heading up into the wilds, but you're not. Down here is the Val di Poligno. All the towns that we deal in are all here. It's so easy to get around, but look at this scenery. And when you get further on, you start going into the valley, and once you get up there, let me take you up here, and it seems like it's a long way. It's not at all. I think it took less. I think it was maybe 10 minutes, 11 minutes, something like that, to get to Rayano. And just before you come to the town of Castelvecchio, which has become one of my favorite places. Again, look at this scenery, and then the town suddenly creeps up, and this is not this. You may think it's really high. It's actually lower than where I am in Palambara, which I was surprised at. The feeling up here is incredible. This is the old town to the left. But even these smaller towns, so you've got all the facilities down in Rayano. Before you get to the town, there's even a train station. And this train station, which I stopped at they were doing some work near to it. It's only a tiny thing. Typical train station here, and doesn't look like a train station. That's what they all look like, the smaller ones here in Italy. But this is the train station, and it goes all over the place. You can go into Sulmona and places like that, but then you can go and head up towards Umbria and places like that. I was really amazed where you can get to and where this train goes to. And so this has actually got more public transport than where I am, and it's. You have all these little towns. You have this town. You have Castellieri, which is really nice. Galliano, I don't know if I've been there. Lanciano, somebody's asking, is a bigger town. I'll show you a couple of things on that. Castellieri. So you have these small towns, but they're fed by all these bigger towns as well. And then the fact that it's got a train station. I'm going to be doing a video of a place we went to called Rocca Pretura. This place here. It's going to be the next couple of weeks. We've got a great property there. Again, it looks like you're in the middle. If you look at it from high, you're thinking, my God, I'm really in the middle of nothing here. But it's just not. And the roads are so good. I was really surprised. Let me just show you some of the scenery from some of these. I don't know which road I went on to get to it. Must have been one of these. Let's just drop in somewhere. And this is look at the scenery. This is the town here. And again, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you're not. It really is amazing. And the town, when I got there, and the house that we're going to see, that I'm doing a video of, is here. Let me just go in the little piazza. There's a little bar. The kindest lady in the world there. I mean, look at the town. Look at you can walk into, I don't know much about it yet because we've only just started doing it. The house that we're going to put on is this here. So you go through this door. It's strange how it's laid out, but it's this floor, and it's up here, I think, and down here. It's all brand new, Absolutely brilliant. Right across from the bar, which should suit me down to the ground. This is a great little family bar. This would be your front door, and it's just it was for sale apparently, and no, but nobody works up there. Nobody takes people up there. I think there's one agent that I found, but I don't know what they're doing or not doing. But Domenico's making it a huge thing because I just love these areas. But again, these are the kind of places where you can come and just forget about life. You know, you look at this scenery. It's absolutely stunning. It really is. But again, it's all fed by excellent roads. I've not been to any of these places yet, but this one, there was one that I found the other day that looks really interesting. I want to go up and see some of these places. It may have been further on. But some of the things, is it this one? Yeah, this one looks quite interesting. This little, I don't think Google Maps goes in there, but I've been looking at some of these places all along this main road, and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. And this is going to feature quite a lot for us. And because I like to choose places that are close to other facilities and other towns and villages. And like I said, Raiano, just to show you so you know I'm not lying. If I put Raiano, and then let's get some. So if I put directions, and I'm going to put the starting point of Castel Vecchio Subecquo. I love the name as well. Right, there you go. So 15 minutes. So, or you can go another way around. This is a beautiful road as well, dropping down into Raiano. This is absolutely incredible. And you've got all these touristy places as well. But it just shows, it looks like a long way on the map. It's not. The road's fantastic. It says 15 minutes, but if you do it at normal, if you're doing it Italian driving, you could probably do it in 3. If you do it in my driving, I think I did it, and I wasn't going fast at all, but I think I did it in about 10, 11 minutes, something like that. So they're so close together. And that's the beautiful thing about all of these places. And that goes for Palombaro, it goes for Faro San Martino, it goes for all these. You can live in these incredible medieval places and be so close to everything. And then if you really want to have your fix of shopping, although there's shopping everywhere, obviously you've got Sulmona here that's really close by. Let me get rid of that on the side. So you've got so many places to visit. You'll never do it in your lifetime. But if you really want a huge shopping center, for instance, and there's a number of them all over, but just head towards the airport. So easy to get there. You've got the motorway linking all these areas. Where I am in Palombaro here, it takes me 45 minutes, probably less, to get to the shopping center. But if I show you these, let's look at this area here, which is I send everybody down to this area if they wanted to buy televisions, if they wanted to buy, you can buy it all online. But let me just find here we go. Now this is my version of hell, don't get me wrong. But for those of you who like to feel that you're close to some big places, this shopping center, and it's expanding, as you can see up here. Let's just drop you in front, and this is, I mean, as soon as you see Burger King, I want to run a mile, or any of them, KFC. But there you go. But here we go. We've got all the shopping centers and this is a huge. Let me just do it from a distance, just so you can see. And as I say, they're actually extending it. I don't know when it'll be finished. These are all the new extras that they're building. But look, you've got all the modern life you could want. You've got cinemas. You've got everything else. And there's more of these all over. You don't have to come closer to the airport, but if you do, and then you're looking for hardware shops, it's always best to get to know your local the hardware places. I mean, you'll be amazed what you can get in them, and it's just great to get to know them. But if you want to go to one place where everything is, then you just head down this way once I find it, and it's called, you've even got that dreaded IKEA shop as well. Then you've got Obi here. Let me just drop you in the middle of this place. This is just proving to you that we don't live in the middle of nowhere with nothing. Here's Obi. I think this is a bit like Home Base in the US. It's a little bit like B&Q in the UK. So you can get everything that you need here. Like you can buy your pizza ovens and all that sort of stuff. Big garden centers across the road. They've got loads of different shops. Then you have somebody else anybody that's going to be joining us now and seeing what I'm doing, they're going to be wondering what on earth, why I'm showing you all this kind of thing. Look, we've got McDonald's. Why would we go to places like that? And if I hear one more person ask me if I've been to IKEA to eat their meatballs, the answer is no, and I never will. Sorry, that's my rant. And somebody's going to say, yeah, but they're really nice. I don't care. You don't come to Italy and eat that. Here we go. Let me just take you further along. Here we have electrical shops. I think it's here. Oh, no, is it here? Here we go. Dropping in again. Here we go. We have Euronics, which is here. We have Leroy Merlin, which is I think is a French. They do all sorts of stuff. DIY. They do garden furniture. They do everything. Cheap shoe shop there. They have so many things. You can buy sofas. You can buy everything that you need, just like anywhere else in the world. Here we go. Poltrona Sofa. Great place. Push for them because ours are the comfiest sofas in the world. But you can get everything you can that you can get anywhere in the world. Somebody said, Troy's saying Brico and Sulmona. Exactly. There's loads of these places. You don't have to worry that there's nothing around. I'm picking this area purely because this is the most concentrated part, if you like, of all of the big stores altogether. And just to let you know, the airport of Pescara are now expanding, and it's going to be open at any time. They are going to be flying as well internationally, which is going to be amazing because I'm sure they're going to be going to east coast of America first, and lots of other places around the world. But again, all of these little towns and villages, I'm just going to I am going to go to Palombaro, seeing as I'm at this side, but I can be stood in some of the most beautiful scenery. Let's go right down to the viewpoint in Palombaro. Which viewpoint shall I show you? This one here, where I'm looking down towards the sea from this side, turn round, and I am looking at the mountains. That is so typical of Palombaro. Look at this scenery. This is Palombaro, the view from the old town of Palombaro. I live just over this little hill. You've got Penepiedimonte there in this amazing walkway called Balzolo that's incredible. Then over the ridge, over here, we have Faro San Martino. So everybody, again, is going to be thinking, this looks like it's in the middle of nowhere and all the rest. And if somebody dropped you in a helicopter here, then you may well think that. But let's just come. And I live, you see this little house thing here? That's where I live. So you see that I'm in the middle of the countryside. I take this road down this side where the views are stunning, past Agriturismo Oliveto. A big shout out to them. Piero there, who runs a restaurant and has a swimming pool and all the rest of it. And this little place here, great place. It has tennis courts there that I used to play. As you can probably tell, I don't play much now. Did I tell you I used to play Tony as well? He is the worst tennis player known to man. I'm taking you up here for a reason. Look at the views. Look at this. This is all these roads are being done, by the way. They're all new now. Fantastic as well. That's Palombaro there. Then we have Civitella that you can't quite see, just on the edge there. And then Faro San Martino. The reason why I'm showing you this is because, again, people thinking, live in the middle of nowhere. You drop down. So from this area where I've just taken that photograph, you drop down to here where Casoli is. And then again, you're on to modern. Let's just show you here. So we have this is the cheapest supermarket in Italy, ridiculous prices. This is in the UK, it's similar to a place called Boots, and you buy cleaning products, you can buy perfumes, aftershave, all of that kind of stuff. You've got hardware shops down here. Then you have, let's just go further along. Where's the new, here we go, another new supermarket just along the road here. So again, you've seen where you can be in the countryside, but then 2 minutes, 5-10 minutes away, you've got everything. So it goes for this side, and it goes for the other side of the mountain as well, around Vittorito and all those sorts of places. I can't begin. I mean, when you look at this is in Palombaro. This is Grotta Sant'Angelo. So this is over 1,000 years old, built into a cave in the middle of the Maella Mountains that you can get up just from up the road from where I am. You can park your car up, walk up to it. It takes about 20 minutes. This is the kind of walking that that you go through. This is the cave where it is. This is the little hermit's chapel. 1,000 years of story. You go to that, and then 5 minutes away you're at modern. 10 minutes away you're at modern supermarkets and the rest of it. And that is Abruzzo. That is what it's all about. Whether you're at this side, whether you're in, I'll mention Vittorito because Domenico's on. Then you have little places like Prezza. Look at little Prezza, beautiful, beautiful Prezza that I love so much. Let's just drop you in the middle of Prezza. And just look, you must have seen this. Look how, I mean, why wouldn't you want to live in any of these places? Yeah, so again, you think, look, I'm in the mountains, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. Yes, you are. You've got these amazing views. But look down in the valley, that's where all the facilities are. So from Prezza, living in that incredible place, this is the motorway that goes to Rome. You can actually get from Prezza to Prato La Piglia here, which is nothing. This is where you get the coaches to take you to Rome. Then you've got Raiano that's just there. You've got Popoli that's just here. You've got Vittorito. You've got all of these places so close to Sulmona. And that is why we handpick places, because they're amazing places. They're stunning, incredible places, but you're so close to things. And that's when people write, about, you know, these areas, and they say, oh, the houses are cheap because there's nothing there. And what a load of rubbish, absolute rubbish. They know nothing about these areas and how incredible they are. And this is what Abruzzo is all about. You can see something that is 1,000 years old, and all of a sudden then you can be in modern life. And believe me, once you understand that and come and see how it all works, which is what the tours are all about, then you will suddenly think, it was right. It was right. And all those people that write all these rubbish comments and all the rest of it, which sometimes drives me insane, even though now I don't like to think about it, they've no idea. And it's better they stay away. It's better they say, leave us to enjoy it. Prezza to grocery, 5 minutes. This is coming from Troy. And Troy has got a house there, so he can say, I will let him 3 minutes to 2 restaurants, gyms, and sport field. And that's from that little old town, little old Prezza. But it's not just that you've got. And then people say, yeah, but what if I need a hospital? There's still more. It's really close. What if I need doctors? Go to Raiano. And there's probably, I don't know, there's a pharmacist in Prezza. There's probably a doctor in there. If not, it will be in the next town along. It's do I need to do anything anymore to get you over here? You know, it's incredible. You'll be blown away. You really will be blown away. All of you that have, everybody that's chosen videos, everybody that's chosen properties from videos, they've done it without coming and seeing it, without seeing the air. They're trusting what we say. And luckily, touch wood, we've not had anybody, nobody, and I've been doing this for years and years and years, but remote sales since COVID, nobody's come and said, Dave, you need to get rid of this because I just don't like it. And I'm saying touch wood, I don't believe it could ever happen. I really don't. You mentioned last year about going into the Penny Loreto Apertino. Is that still on the cards? Yes, it is. And I've got 3 properties to film. The problem at the minute is the weather is very interchangeable. And I can't plan because it seems to be one day decent, one day not. So, but yes, I've got 3 properties to do up there. We sold the villa that was in Loreto Apertino that was great. But yes, that is going to be an area, as well as Castelvecchio and those, because we've met some brilliant people up in Castelvecchio and also in Penny. So yeah, we're definitely going to be there. Domenico is in the room, but it doesn't look like his camera's working. Let's just yes, I know, it's that time. It's that time. It's Domenico and Tony's tongue-twisting trials. Tom, we seem to have a problem with Domenico.
Is he upside down again?
No. Dome, mi senti? Domenico? Dome? This is good TV. It's good TV. He's using his wife's telephone because his is from 1936, before mobile phones were out.
Like, I think Del Boy sold him it.
There's lots of people watching this that won't know who Del Boy is. Look him up. Look him up. Oh, Domenico's joined. Why is his camera? Dome, mi senti? Domenico. Oh. Mi senti? Domenico?
Ciao!
Oh,
Hey, it's upside down, man.
I thought you
Non
were in the
vedevo
toilet.
nessuno.
Come stai? Tutto bene?
Tutto bene, tutto bene.
Ok, un attimo per
Voi
Tony.
tutto bene?
See. Tony, do me a favor, just take the ticker off if you can.
Yeah.
So, for those of you just joining us, this is not Ringo Starr. This is Domenico from Vittorito. You never knew who Ringo Starr was until everybody started calling him that. They just look at
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So this is the part of the show where
You'll get an headache.
Tony the Kazakh is going to read in English, Italian,
Try
a
to.
scene from a film. Tony, you know when I'm talking, you know the idea is that you don't talk at the same time. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and I never get that bit.
So he's going to read the scene in Italian from a film, and then Domenico's going to do it in English, and then you can guess. So remember, this is an action film. So questo è un film di azione, diciamo. Questo è una. Ok.
Action.
Okay. Yes.
Action.
Tony.
Yes.
Vai.
Ho fatto delle cose brutte nella mia vita, Nicolai. Cose di cui non vado fiero. Ho promesso a una persona che amavo molto che non sarei mai più tornato a essere quella persona. Ma per te farò un'eccezione.
Better, Tone. Well done. Better. Much
Bravo Tony, bravo.
Grazie.
Dave ha scritto: io non posso credere che lui adesso sta vedendo Ringo Starr live. Domenico is famous. Okay, here we go. I don't believe it. I've seen Ringo live. Dome, in inglese.
Wow.
Vai.
I've done some bad things in my life, Nikolai. Things I'm not proud of. I promised someone I loved very much that I would never go back to being the person. But for you, I'll make an exception.
Bravo. Bravo. Sette su
Nice,
10.
very good.
7 out of 10 for
Yeah, 5 su 10, 5 su 10.
Tony, somebody's saying your Italian has progressed well over the past year. Randy, she's just been nice. She's just been nice. Okay, anybody guess the film, or is it going to be mine this week? No point looking on Google for that name that people mentioned. Come on, anybody? Oh my God. Unbelievable. I'm only giving half a point to Nick, though. I need to know which one. Which one?
Well, that's a bit.
I know, but you know, it's got to be precise. And I'm giving you 3 seconds. Somebody's saying good evening. Hi, Francis. You're late. You've missed us. The broken sunglass scene is right. Yeah, well, I think that's when it was. But come on, I'm going to take this. Somebody's written Equalizer 2. No, I'm the winner this week. Thank you very much.
You can't have that.
No, well, I'm giving him half a point. I'm still going to. I've won this week.
Well, you've not won then, have you? If you're giving him half a
now
point,
they're saying Equalizer 1. It's too late. It's too late.
It's a draw, isn't it?
But it is Equalizer 1. So that somebody's put Paul has it.
Well, no, in theory, when they do the films, they say Equalizer, and then after that, it's Equalizer 2 and Equalizer 3.
I'm not convinced about that. I'm not convinced. Let me just ask the adjudicator. Just hold on. Yeah, no, I've won.
I'm a friend.
It's my week this week. Well done anyway to those 2 people. I think 2 got it. Somebody called Senra, whatever that is. They did right. I know, wherever there we go. Where is it? There. This person wrote it, but they wrote it after, and then the other person. It has to go to, who was it? Nick that did it first.
Nick, really.
We'll give it to Nick. Give it to Nick. But I'm still taking. It's 1.5. It's 1.5 to you and half to me. Grazie, Domenico.
Thank you.
Hai fatto
Bravo.
perfetto.
Quasi.
Ci vediamo settimana prossima per fare gli altri video. So we'll see him next week to do other videos. E poi c'è tante persone che interessate in Castelvecchio Subacqueo. Dobbiamo... Va
Ok.
bene.
Ciao. Ciao
Ci
Tony.
sentiamo.
Ciao, Dom.
Ciao.
Ci vediamo.
There you go. That was our very own Domenico, or as we like to call him, Ringo Starr, from Domenico. And then we're wondering who that random person is.
Even Mark agrees with me, look, you see.
I hate, yeah, but that's Capistrano Mark. We can't really take him very serious either. He's not far behind Troy. Love you, Mark. Got a great house in Capistrano. Tom, thank you very much.
See you, boy.
See you next
See
time.
everybody. Ciao.
There you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. I know it's a lot of messing around with things with Google Maps, but it's just trying to show you this area, as amazing as it is, and all the medieval places and all the sites and everything else. You've still got all the facilities you need to have a normal life. I'm not saying, for instance, lots of people ask me as well about builders and that kind of thing. Remember, the towns are smaller, so we don't have, if you living in most of these areas, it's not that we have 1,000 builders all living in the same town. So you may have to wait a little bit longer. When they come, it's amazing work. But it's just, you have to get used to that. And believe me, when you're here, all of a sudden, I used to be Mr. Stresshead in the UK. That was me. If I had to wait for more than 10 seconds in traffic, because my lifestyle, and I'm sure a lot of your lifestyles will be the same, it doesn't allow you get like that, and even if you're not that kind of person, it makes you like that. And the first thing that you have to, everything that you're going to bring with you, and all that baggage that you bring with you in your head about how life should be, it changes. Everything changes, because all of a sudden you think, actually, it's not that important. When I'm stuck behind, who's saying they're going to have may well all be Dave's Troy. I'm saying nothing. But when see, you've thrown me off thought now. But yeah, when you're stuck behind one car in an old town because some old guy or some old lady is speaking to somebody at the side of the road, you don't blow your horn and scream and shout at them. You just let them say what they've got to say, and say goodbye and move on, because that is what being a human being, I think, is all about, giving a bit of respect to others. And let's not all be stress heads. And believe me, some of the things that you think, well, I'm used to this and I'm used to that and I'm used to the other, you need to leave some of that behind, because it may not be like that. Not because everything doesn't work. No, it's not for that. But there's not that sort of, you don't ring somebody up at lunchtime. You don't send somebody a message and tell them want to get back to you on a Saturday or especially not on a Sunday. You don't call them the day after Christmas Day. I think you take all of that and get rid of all of that, because that is to me, that was the problem with our lives in the UK, and that's what we ran away from. And believe me, you'll understand. I say it all the time. You'll understand when you come over here. You really will. Jump on a tour, book a tour, come and see for yourselves. Come and see if what I'm saying. There's no obligation to buy anything. You're going to be with groups of people. Look at the area. Look at the properties that are available to see, could I live in this type of place? And that's the key thing. But believe me, when you do, it will change your life. I guarantee you. Okay, that's enough of me rambling on. Thank you so much again for your support, as usual, and keep watching those videos, keep liking, sharing them, doing whatever. Get on the forum, get to meet some of these characters that we have coming on. Troy is not as bad as what I say. And Tanya, his wife, she's fantastic. And then you've got Mad Mark from Capistrano. He's a little crazy, but his wife Nade is a brilliant person. All these people are great. They're all characters. They're all there on the forum, and they're there to help you and to tell you, not me. And I don't pay them commissions to do that. They're there to say, come and enjoy it, because you won't regret it. Okay. Somebody's asking how far. I'm not sure. Latiano. I don't know if that's Lanciano, but if it is, then I'm about half an hour away. Okay, just thought I'd answer that last question. Okay, guys, we'll see you next week. Meet the home buyers and somebody that has bought a place in Prezza, the last place that we showed on Google Maps. So that should be a great conversation. And I've never actually met them. So spoken to them on the phone, spoken to them on WhatsApp, went through all the process without them coming out. So it's going to be good for me as well to meet them for the first time, which I'm really looking forward to. We'll see you next week, same time, Wednesday at 7 p.m. It won't be cancelled. We'll be here, I hope. See you soon. Have a fantastic week.